Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ma'am and everyone. We are from Group 2. Today we are going to present our material on types of number. Next, ma'am. Suara saya masuk, Kak?
Yes, we can hear you. You can continue.
Oke. Oke, saya ulang. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ma'am and everyone. We're from Group 2. Today we're going to present our material on types of number. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce ourselves. My name is Fatma Ainur Shavitri, and this is my group member. My name is Chelsea Gracia Olivia.
My name is Akifa Naila.
Okay, next. Okay. Next, what is the meaning of numbers? Number is a mathematical concept used for counting, measuring, and ordering. In mathematics, numbers are grouped into several types based on their properties. Next, Mila. Okay, first, types of number. Next slide. First is natural numbers. Natural numbers are numbers that start from the number 1, and so natural numbers are used to count the number of objects. For example, like 1, 2, 3, 4, keep going, increase to infinity. Note that there are different opinions about the number 0. In some theories, 0 is a whole number, not a natural number. Boleh lanjut? Next is whole numbers. Whole numbers are exactly the same as natural numbers, but we can plus or edit the number 0, like 0, 1, 2, 3, or keep going to increase to infinity. And there are differences between natural numbers, like 1, 2, 3. It's a natural numbers, and 0, 1, 2, 3 is a whole numbers. Oke, lanjut. Oke, selanjutnya akan dilanjutkan oleh Chelsea. Okay, thank you. In this slide, I will explain about integers. Integers are numbers that include negative numbers, 0, and positive numbers. They are written without fractions or decimals. For example, the sequence of integers is -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Integers can be grouped into 3 main categories. First, positive integers, which are numbers greater than 0, like 1, 2, 3, and so on. Second, negative integers, which are numbers less than 0, such as -1, -2, -3, and the last one is 0, which is considered a neutral integer because it is neither positive nor negative. And integers are very important in mathematics because they are used in many real-life situations, such as measuring temperature, financial gain or loss, and counting values above or below 0. Next, I will explain about rational numbers. Rational numbers are numbers that can be written as a fraction where the numerator and denominator are integers. and the denominator is not zero. Examples of rational numbers include common fraction like 1/2 and 3/4. Integers are also rational numbers because they can be written in fraction form. For example, 2 can be written as 2 over 1. Rational numbers are also include decimals. There are two types of decimals in rational numbers. First, terminating decimals such as 0.5, which have a finite number of digits. Second, repeating decimals such as 0.333, which continue infinitely in a repeating pattern. So all fraction integers and certain decimals belong to rational numbers. Next, please. And now I will explain irrational number. Irrational numbers are numbers that cannot be written as a simple fraction. Their decimal form is non-terminating and non-repeating, which means the digits go on forever without any pattern. Some common examples of irrational numbers are p, square root of 2, and the number e. For example, p is approximately 3.14159 and it continues infinitely without repeating. Unlike rational numbers, irrational numbers cannot be expressed as a ratio of two integers. However, they are still very important in mathematics, especially in geometry and advanced calculation. So the key idea is that irrational numbers have infinite non-repeating decimals and cannot be written as fraction. Next, please. Okay, thank you. Lastly, I will explain about real numbers. Real numbers include all numbers that can be found on the number line. This means real numbers consist of both rational and irrational numbers. Example of real numbers include negative numbers like -2, 0, positive numbers like 1.5, fractions, and even irrational numbers like square root of 2. In simple terms, any number that has a value can be placed on the number line is called a real number. Real numbers are used in everyday life, such as measuring distance, time, temperature, and many other things. So we can conclude that real numbers are the most complete set of numbers, combining integers, rational numbers, and irrational numbers into one system. Next, and the next will be continued by Mai. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Chelsea. I'll continue. Next, there is prime numbers. Prime numbers are natural numbers greater than 1. They can only be divided evenly by two distinct integers, 1 and the number itself. This means they don't have any other factors. Prime number important in mathematics because they are basic building blocks of all numbers, as every number be expressed as a product of prime numbers. This is called prime factorization. The examples 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, and each other. The note 2 is the only even prime number. Next. Okay, composite number. Composite numbers are natural numbers greater than 1 that have more than two factors. This means can be divided evenly by numbers that other than 1 and themselves. In other words, composite number formed by multiplying two or more smaller natural numbers. And the example 4 from factors 1, 2, 4. 6 from factors 1, 2, 3, 6. And 8, 9, 10, 12, and each other. Note, 1 is neither prime nor composite. Next. Okay. Odd numbers. Odd numbers are integers that are not divisible by 2. When an odd is divided by 2, it always leaves a remainder of 1. They can be expressed in the form 2n plus 1, where n is an integer. The example 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and each other. To continue, even numbers. Even numbers are integers that can be divided evenly by 2 without leaving any remainder. This means a result is always a whole number. They can be written in the form 2n, where n is an integer. The example 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and each other. Next. Okay, the conclusion. Types of number are important in mathematics because they help us understand and classify numbers based on their properties. All types of number are interconnected and form the foundation for further mathematical learning. Next. Okay, thank you. You guys have any questions?
Okay, Zalfa, what your question is?
Okay, guys. From the presentation on types of numbers, we know that there are different views regarding the number O in natural number. What is the definition of integer according to the presentation? And explain why the number -3 in an integer but not a whole number or a natural number.
Okay, thank you, Zalfa.
Okay, any other questions? Please be active, ask questions. Who else has questions? Please ask questions. Don't just stay quiet.
May I answer the question first, ma'am?
Okay,
Okay.
you may.
Um, the question from Zalfa Zafira about integers, -3. Why cannot it be called a whole number or natural number? According to the presentation, integers are numbers that include negative numbers, zero, and positive numbers without fraction or decimal. The number -3 is an integer because it is part of the group of negative numbers. However, it is not a whole number because whole numbers only include zero and positive numbers. It is also not a natural numbers because natural numbers only include counting numbers which start from 1 or sometimes 0 depending on the definition, but they never include negative numbers. So -3 is an integer but not a whole number or a natural number because it is negative. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Owl, can you speak your question?
Okay, thank you, Chelsea and friends. I will ask about how are all types of numbers connect to each other? That's my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Owl. Okay, I wanna answer the question from Aulia. The question is, how are the numbers connected to each other? Numbers are connected to each other because they are part of a number that system is organized in groups. For example, natural numbers are part of whole numbers. Whole numbers are part of integers, and integers are part of irrational numbers. Then rational numbers together with irrational numbers from real numbers. So each type of number is related because they build on each other and become more complete. In short, smaller sets of numbers are included inside large sets. Is that clear, Aulia?
It's
Okay,
clear.
thank you.
Thank you.
Nadia, Gertruda, what is your question?
Okay, thank you, Kasia. As we know, 20 is a composite number. My question is, what is the factor of 20?
Can you repeat your question again, Nadia? Sorry.
What is the factors of 20? Is that clear?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Nadia. Uh, I will answer your question. Uh, a factor of 20 is any number that can divide 20 exactly without leaving a remainder. For example, for the factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20 because each of these numbers can divide 20 evenly. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you. Good night.
Okay, what's your question, Irene?
Okay, thank you, Fasha. I want to ask, we know that in mathematics there are also imaginary numbers. Are imaginary numbers included in one of the types of numbers that you presented before? And what is the reason? Thank you.
Thank you, Irene. May I answer Hayden questions? Uh, so Hayden is asking about imaginary number. Imaginary numbers are not included in the types of numbers presented earlier because the presentation only discuss real numbers. Real numbers consist of rational, irrational, which all be placed on the number line. Imaginary numbers are different because they involve the square root of negative numbers, such as the square root of -1, which is written as EI. These numbers cannot be shown on the real number line. So imaginary numbers are not part of real numbers. However, when real numbers and imaginary numbers are combined, they form a larger system called complex number. Thank you.
Thank you, Chelsea.
And Shivana, can you speak your question?
Okay. My question is, if I'm not mistaken, the symbol P has the number 3.14153 92653 or what is common only used as 3.14. However, in mathematics, P is also said to have the number 22 per 7. My question is, where does 3.14 or 22 per 7 come from? And why does P have the number 3.14 or 22 per 7? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Indah. I wanna answer the Indah Ishivana questions. P is a mathematical constant that represents the ratio between the circumference of a circle and its diameter. This means if you divide the circumference by the diameter of any circle, you will always get the same value, which is P, or 3.14. The value of P approximately 3.1415 keep going increase to that we get from which is an infinite not non-repeating decimal because it is difficult to use the full number. We often use approximations like 3.50 3.14 or the fraction 24/7. The number 3.14 comes from rounding the actual decimal value of p, while 24/7 is a simple fraction that is very close to p and easier to use in the calculations. So p has value like 3.40 or 24/7 because they are practical approximations of its true value. It's that clear, Indah Shivana?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Nur Fitri Malinda, you can press me your question.
Thank you, Chelsea. Okay, guys. I want to ask, beside being a number, natural number, in integer and differentiating between natural number and whole number, is a zero an even or odd number? Because the presentation does not.
Okay, thank you, Fitri.
Ya, boleh. Sorry, I want to say again, say my question. Besides being a natural number in integer and differentiating between natural and whole number, is a zero an even or odd number because the presentation is not place zero in the content list. Is it enough? Oh, sorry, clear that my question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Fitri, I will answer your question. Zero is an even number. A number is called even if it can be divided by 2 without a remainder. Since 0 divided by 2 is 0 and there is no remainder, 0 meets the definition of an even number. So even though 0 is sometimes not list is in example, mathematically it is classified as an even number, not an odd number. Is it clear?
Okay, thank you, Akifa.
You're welcome.
Tripta, please continue.
Nadia Sophia, can you speak your question?
Okay, thank you, Chelsea. I would like to ask a question. As we know, prime numbers include 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and etc. etc. However, why is 2 the only even number that is considered a prime number? Okay, that's the question.
Okay, thank you. Nadia Sophia, I will answer your question. So you're asking about the even number, two number, and a prime number. So a prime number is a number that has exactly two factors, one and itself. The number two is a prime number because it can only be divided by one and two. However, all other even numbers are divisible by two and also by another number. So they have more than two factors. Like for example, 4. Number 4 can be divided by 1, 2, and 4. So it is not a prime number. That is why 2 is the only even number that is considered a prime number. Is it clear?
Yeah, thank you, Chelsea.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other question?
Group 2, please continue.
Is there anyone want to ask questions?
Okay, if there's no more question, you can close the session, group 2.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Since there's no more questions, I want to close the presentations. This from our materi from the group 2. Thank you for listening carefully and asking us your question. Okay, thank you everyone. Sorry, ma'am, we cannot hear
Ma'am,
you.
you still mute.
Sorry. Thank you, Group 2, for your presentation. And also thank you all audience for your active participation. Next, I'm going to give you a homework, yeah, because I have another meeting about to start at 9 a.m. So, wait. I give you a homework from Wayground. Okay, and I'm going to put it on Microsoft Teams, yeah. So you wait. Okay, one moment. Okay. Yeah, it's on Microsoft Teams. I'll give you a link. And you can go to the click the link and you start doing your exercise. Okay, please do the exercise today. Right after this, yeah, you still have time. You can do it immediately and complete the homework today. I'm sorry, I have to leave early because I have another meeting. But thank you everyone, and I see you again next week. Yeah. Okay. Bye everyone. Have a good day. Assalamualaikum. I'm going to leave this meeting, but you still can. I'm going to end the meeting, and please do the homework. Okay. Bye everyone.
Thank you,
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am.
You're welcome.